Black Lives Matter under more scrutiny over how it's spending donors' money, as a new report claims Black Lives Matter leaders used $6 million in donations to buy a massive, beautiful California mansion. Fox News contributor and civil rights attorney Leo Terrell joins us right now from Los Angeles. Leo, good morning to you.
Good morning, Steve. How are you?
I'm doing okay, but I'm scratching my head. You know, after the summer of 2020, we'd heard that Black Lives Matter took in, I think, $90 million, and we wondered what they were going to spend the money on. Now we know they spent $6 million on a mansion for themselves.
Yes, Steve, living like the rich and famous. You know, Steve, I'll be very honest with you. $90 million. They basically use black Americans for profit. Steve, ever since the George Floyd death, Black Lives Matter has profited from the George Floyd death. What have they done for the black community? Where are the community centers? Where is the improvement in education? They use this money for personal gain, and you look at that house does not help black Americans. It is basically blood money, Steve, and it's sickening and it's embarrassing. Black people were exploited. Black Americans were exploited by Black Lives Matter for the personal gain of a few.
Well, take us back, Leo. How did they wind up getting these millions and millions of dollars? I know big corporations gave millions of dollars. Why?
Oh, why? It is the classic shakedown. Steve, everyone remembers the George Floyd death, a horrific murder.
Yep.
Let's be very clear. Black Lives Matter exploited that. Black Lives Matter, the NBA, all these major corporations, they wanted to be on the so-called right side of justice. They were on the wrong side, because what have Black Lives Matter, what have these social groups done other than exploit, shook down corporations for personal gain, Steve? The black community has not benefited from the $90 million. There's a state investigation into Black Lives Matter in California. That beautiful home does not benefit black Americans. It doesn't benefit Americans at all.
Right. Well, I understand there's a federal investigation as well. I think I read this morning somewhere. So is there a possibility these three women right here who are toasting each other, I think they were all involved in this particular mansion. What sort of peril are they in? Because when you give money to a charity, it's not supposed to buy somebody a mansion.
You're absolutely right. The question is, will this administration, will this left-wing Democratic administration in Washington or this deep blue state in California take any action? I want to look the camera right in the eye and tell everyone in this country, name me one thing Black Lives Matter has done to benefit black Americans in this country. I'm waiting. And they had $90 million, Steve. So I'm looking forward to an investigation. Hopefully, in this administration, it probably won't happen, but I'm looking for something tangible that Black Lives Matter has done for black Americans with all that money.
Well, they did buy a mansion. Let's see what happens next. Leo, thank you very much for joining us today.
Rita, I also wanted to ask you about another, another kind of squillionaire or royalty of a sort, the queen of the Black Lives Matter, the Sheila who rushes around with her $1 million real estate portfolio, who co-founded Black Lives Matter. She's stood down. Tell us why.
Yes, Patrisse Cullors. She has not only been at the helm of Black Lives Matter for more than 6 years, but she was one of the three co-founders, and she's going to be leaving to focus on her book and TV deals. This is a woman who identifies as a trained Marxist, Rowan. And as we know, BLM, if you actually look at their charter and what they push, they're unashamedly Marxist, anti-capitalist. But We've also found out that she has accumulated quite an impressive multi-million-dollar property portfolio, and BLM continues to enjoy support from all those dim-witted corporates who back a company that is anti-capitalist. It's bizarre, but here we are.
Today, I am going to be talking about me transitioning out of Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation. I know. Listen, I am so fucking proud of the work that I've done over these last 8 years. I stayed in it, I withstood a lot of shit, and got this organization to this moment. I've learned stuff about our country, government, create an institution that is challenging white supremacy. And here's the good news. Thanks to all of y'all's donations and overwhelming support and being able to cut through the bullshit, we have options. It's the first time ever that a Black liberation movement in this country has been given the necessary resources so that we can actually challenge white supremacy.